Good afternoon, good morning guys, wherever you are from. It's me Jaffa back again with another video today. We are travelling all the way down to the Faroe Islands. Before we do, let me just actually show you where we're going. We are heading up to Wick and then Tórshavn, but instead of taking the ferry from Tórshavn up to Tórshavn, which is I believe the capital of the Faroe Islands, we're going to go up to Kvalsvik. We want to check that out, but before we do, we are going to one of the many Scottish islands north of the border. So we're going to check that out and see what's going on. And you know, Euro Truck Simulator has released a 1.43 update today, and to be honest, I'm impressed with how the game is coming on. One thing I always say about SCS actually is how incredible they are in updating their game, and you know, they haven't never charged a new fee for a new game. You look at companies like EA Sports, they're constantly updating their prices and bringing out new games, and to be honest, it gets pretty tiring. It's good to see SCS software, creating Euro Truck Simulator since 2012 and just continually updated the game. I think that's incredible. Slow down here to 30 miles per hour and discovered Wick up here in the very, very north of Scotland. So today, you might have noticed I am in a Renault, and it's an electric vehicle. Let me show you the outside. 100% electric. This is one of the newer updates that have been brought into Euro Truck Simulator. Is the electric trucks, which I'm really excited about. I'd like to see more. I've seen on the Reddit forums that there is a DAF up and coming. My setup's pretty basic, you know. I'm just using an Xbox controller with the right settings, and I will do a video about my my Euro Truck Simulator settings to allow the wheel turning to be so smooth. And I'm currently running this on a all-in-one PC. It's a HP Envy 34 all-in-one with a 5K monitor, and I've only got about 16 gigabytes of RAM. I've got I think it's a 3060 laptop GPU, so it's not a powerful computer by any means. I'm a graphic designer by trade, so you know, for me it's about being able to run Adobe Photoshop. And just a little bit off the top here, look how beautiful it is up here in Wick in Scotland. You know, if you've got pro mods, skid in the rain there. Aldi truck in front of us. I've got realistic advertisements on. It's good to see. I think the two best places to drive in the United Kingdom on Euro Truck Simulator is Scotland, brake test, and Wales, especially Porthmadog and Aberystwyth. This guy is really brake testing me. I don't know what's going on here. I mean, I thought he had the hazard light on. He's trying to do a right-hand turn. One thing I have noticed on Euro Truck Simulator lately, which I'm not enjoying, is traffic density. It's really starting to do my head in. With this police car there. It's really starting to annoy me, because I'm noticing a lot of the AI crashing into each other in busy ports. For example, I'm soon embarking in real life on a journey to Cyprus, and I was driving around Israel and I was driving around Lebanon. And if you've ever drove on ProMod's Beirut, in Beirut, just down by the I'll show you the Middle East. So there's Cyprus. I've seen all of Cyprus on the game. We got, as I said, embarking on a journey there soon in real life, so I wanted to drive it in Euro Truck Simulator. And here's Tel Aviv, and up here is Beirut. Now, if you've ever been near the port of Beirut on Euro Truck Simulator, you'll know that's a very, very heavily populated earlier for traffic jams, etc. Because on the Middle East Pro Mods add-on, you've got checkpoints that you have to get through, which is, I guess, realistic. I've never been to the Middle East, so I'm guessing that's realistic. And that means lots of traffic in Beirut. And the amount of times I've been trying to get over to Cyprus from Lebanon, and I just haven't been able to, because cars have crashed into each other, a truck may have crashed into a car, and all of a sudden the hazard lights come on, and you just know that the AI isn't going to find their way out of it. Very brutalist hotel there in Scotland. But yeah, I think if I go to maps, I've only explored 7% of the world, and I've been playing Euro Truck Simulator. I've got like over 280 hours played. Obviously not on this account, thank you my friends for letting me know. It's a lot slippier in the rain. I don't think there's much grip on these tyres, but as you can see we're coming up to a ferry port here. We're going to make our way over to the further north island in Scotland. I wonder if the weather will be any better when we disembark the ferry. Polaris Lines, I think that's an original Euro Truck Simulator non-sponsored name, like the acres. I don't know if you've ever delivered to the acres before, but it's just generic farmland. But this is all work done by Pro Mods. You can't turn that there. I'm absolutely loving this new electric truck. Not only is I do like the engine sounds, but I just love how quickly, if I stop the truck here and I put the parking brake on, parking brake's on, the moment I hit the parking brake off and I start driving, watch how fast I get away. See how quick that is to get going? Wouldn't happen on any normal truck. Turn them window wipers off. So we can't go to Tórshavn, we're going to go to Inverness, and we're going to see what is going on in these very, very northern Scottish islands. Is that the flag of Norway?
Get ready to turn
Pardon my ignorance if that's not. It looks very much so.
right.
So I'm guessing that is to announce that you can go to Norway or the Faroe Islands from this port. Oh look at these guys having a little picnic outside the ferry port. Lovely to see. Some lovely architecture here as well. You know, I don't know if this is the Shetland Islands. I've been wanting to say that on this video, but I don't want to offend anyone from Scotland. I'm not sure what you're doing, but thank you. This is very much, it looks like the Shetland Islands. I could be wrong. But let's explore, let's see what we've got to explore here. So, we've got 16 hours of journey left, but a lot of that will be spent on ferries. So we're approaching the town of, or the district, shall I say, of Versailles, and then Evie. Lovely small island, very remote. Would you live out here? Personally, I would find it very difficult. I mean, I really enjoy travelling. So for me, it's like, this is way too remote. I'm sure you'd have an airport here. Again, pardon my ignorance, but I'd imagine there will be a lot of propeller planes taking you back over to Scotland or England. I don't think there's international routes. I don't think if you live on these remote islands, you'd be able to get a flight to, I don't know, Greece to go on a summer holiday. You'd have to travel to an airport, one of the major airports in Scotland. But it's interesting, you know, it's the yin and the yang, isn't it? Because as we approach Evie here, a lot of people will love the remoteness of these islands. I mean, I'm in Evie now. It's not even a like a main city. As you see, you can just see an industrial site and a lovely, lovely bit of water over there. But let's see what Kirkwall has to offer. I think this would be the capital of this island. It does sound like a capital name, Kirkwall. You know, as someone from Britain, I should know this stuff. I've only just recently realised that the capital of the Isle of Man is Douglas.
Turn left.
And I'm like that when I see Douglas, I'm like, and the Isle of Man, I'm like, oh, that's interesting, nice flag, I want to go there. You know, you don't need a passport. It's all good. You can get the ferry from my hotel in Liverpool. That'd be quite nice. Yeah, so when it comes to travel, I think I would really struggle on an island like this. I really would. But I can see its beauty at the same time. There's Kirkwall. A lot of ferries, but no accessible ferry port on the game. I'd imagine there is in real life. Have we done a left here? Yeah, that's just to pick up a job. Inverness. I'm really impressed by this. I really am. Scotland is absolutely beautiful. We can turn off that map with. Oh, wrong button. We can turn off the map because I didn't see on the dash of the Renault. We've got a nice little map, which is awesome. By pressing I on the keyboard, you can see all the notifications and go through the dashboard, see how much power you've got, which for me is 44%. I was on 89 when I started this journey. Slightly worried about that because SCS, I don't believe, have added in charging stations. So, you know, you can pull into any fuel station, no problems, but you won't be able to. From last time I tried anyway, when I was in Lebanon, I could not charge up the vehicle. So I was looking on the forums, and apparently you would just have to get an emergency tow for a power up, which is not ideal. So maybe during this journey we will see me run completely out of power, which will be interesting to say the least. Just having a little bit of FPS drop here because of the immense detail, and I don't mind that sometimes, you know. I've gone into some cities, especially, you know, Beirut. I keep on bringing up Lebanon, but it was such an interesting drive. I really recommend doing it. You can get the ferry from Larnaca over in Cyprus, and yeah, you can head straight to Lebanon. That's not a real route in real life. It was at one point, but not anymore. I don't know why. Probably because of the tensions in that region. But this isn't about politics. This is about, you know, driving trucks, enjoying the scenery, relaxing. And one of the main reasons, you know, you'll notice that this, you know, if I do decide to upload this, this will be one of the first videos. Well, it will be the first video on my channel on Euro Truck Simulator. And yeah, the reason behind it's quite interesting. I'm finishing university soon. It looks like, you know, the world kind of opens up, doesn't it? I mean, university ends and it's like, yeah, now you gotta get in the real world, you know. You've done all your experience, you've worked hard for what you've got, and that's all well and good. I'll be graduating soon. I've not had the best year at uni. I've not enjoyed it. And my first 2 years were okay, but last year's been particularly tough. And as I pay off the last bit of my holiday to Cyprus. I mean, I've gone on very many low-cost city breaks in the last year, which have been, you know, incredible, really. Um, you're looking at like £200, £300 for 5 nights in a European location, in capital cities, etc., which is amazing. But my holiday to Cyprus is going to cost me about £1,500. It's a lot. It's a nice chunk of money, and obviously your last. If you've been in university in the UK, you'll know that you get maintenance loans every 3 months, and my last one is coming, so I'm trying to do what I can with that. Obviously, paying off the last of my holiday and enjoying myself, and I think I'm going to give myself a budget of around £3,000 to £4,000 to travel, and well, as you can see, we're pulling back into the ferry port where we initially started, and our friends over here are still having a picnic. Amazing to see. Watch out, mate. Take your time, mate. No worries. No worries. So, yeah, where was I? Yeah, so the last bit of the money has come in, and I will be travelling with that. Obviously leaving myself a buffer. I would like to see a lot more of the world. Soon I'll be visiting China, which is exciting. And I've done loads of little city breaks: Latvia, Lithuania, Poland, where else? Albania. All exciting places, but I really, really desperately want to do a tour of the Balkans region. These countries fascinate me. I mean, right now as I speak, I have a flag on my wall of the flag of North Macedonia, and I'm thinking, soon I will get there. Soon I will get there. I would like to see North Macedonia, Bulgaria, Montenegro, Croatia, Bosnia and Herzegovina. All these places excite me, man. They really excite me. So we're in Tórshavn in the Faroe Islands, so we're going to go to the right-hand side of the road. It's beautiful. Listen to that scenery. With such the quiet electric vehicle here. It's lovely to take all this in. I've been to Tórshavn on the game before, on the Euro Truck Simulator on an old account, on an older version of Pro Mods. I doubt much has changed, but it's always nice to come here.
Turn left, and then turn right.
I mean, the drive. I don't know if you heard that noise there, that loud click. I hear that sometimes in remote locations on the game. When I was driving in Inverness, in Finland, off the Russian border, I was hearing that noise quite often. Now, I've decided to come down here because I'd done this last time. I was going to literally just say that I've just heard that noise again. The clicking sound. I don't know what that is. But I was going to say, it's a lovely little drive down this right hand side, but I think I've made a mistake. Now, as you can see, the hazard lights are on. Has there been a crash further on? This usually means that there's been a crash further on, and I'm going to have to try and find a way through this, or the AI is going to have to find its way out of it. I've made a really bad decision to make a turn here. Yeah, the cars are beeping. This isn't good. Any moment of congestion on the later versions of Euro Truck Simulator has resulted in this. Is there anyone behind me? Yeah. Okay. This is going to be interesting. We are moving slightly. What's the charge on? Charge on 32%. What do we do here? Do we just try to gather what's going on here. Usually it can just be a car about to do a right hand turn that doesn't feel safe to do so. But I think any chance of a U-turn here. I think if we move slightly just beyond this car on the right, then I can just take this right hand lane and basically bully my way in. I'm very tempted to barge my way through now, but no, I know it's not possible. This truck is not going to squeeze. That car wasn't parked there. I'm going to go for it. I think there's no choice for the video. Sorry, bro. So let's see what the issue is. Let's diagnose. As we can see, as we can see here, the FPS is dropping like crazy. This is the... Yeah, okay, there's a big problem here. Oh man, what a disaster taking that left-hand turn. I'm going to have to knock down some infrastructure here at Tórshavn. What is going on here? 36 FPS. This is where the game becomes a little bit ridiculous. SCS, if you're watching this, please sort this out. Because I don't know what these cars are doing. Why are we stuck in a loop? Like, what is going on here? What's causing the blockage? It's just him refusing to move. The van. He wants to do a right-hand turn, and he's just refusing to. This is insane. Okay, I was telling you about Beirut. This is the craziest thing I've ever seen on Euro Truck Simulator.
Exit down.
Wow. No wonder I have 32 FPS. This is insane. Tórshavn, what has happened?
Turn right.
What are you guys waiting for? I do not know. The FPS should start to slowly improve. Here we go. What the hell? What was that? So I thought Lebanon traffic was bad. That was insane, and I couldn't find actually a button to lower the traffic density. Strange. But we have a little bit left of our journey. 3 hours and 48 minutes left. Not in real lifetime. That would be forever. But we are going to move away from Tórshavn because actually this is the worst part. We're going to have to go back to Tórshavn to deliver. I am basically on a detour here to explore the town of Klavsevik. And just out of interest, I want to see what Klavsevik is like. I just heard that pop-up noise again. I hope you can hear that on the video. I'd love to know what that is. It's coming from the game. I've heard it a few times before. We're really going to have to slow down here. I know the speed limit is 70. But we're going to have to take quite a wide swing. We're going to have to be quite slow around these corners. These are quite wide bends. The worst bends I've seen is in the island of Kefalonia in Greece.
Turn right.
Which is just incredible. It actually has signs to tell you how wide and how much of a swing you have to take on them bends. It is incredible. I wonder if we'll have enough charge. 27%. We may need a tow truck to take us to Tórshavn, and I hope the traffic are cleared up by the time we get back there, because realistically we should be delivering now, but I want to show you guys the whole of the Faroe Islands and what you can explore on Pro Mods. Yeah, in these videos I'd like to be able to keep things as professional as I can with my, my driving. One thing that I don't want to be one thing I don't want to be doing is crashing into cars to break through the traffic barrier. I would like to be as patient as possible, but as you could see before, that was just not moving. So if you are watching this, and I really do appreciate it if you've made it this far, I will never ask you to hit the like button and all crazy things like that. Just leave a comment if you want me to travel anywhere else. Would you like to see what Pro Mods has to offer? Would you like to see the new Greece map? Would you like to see the Balkans beyond the Baltic Sea? Like, what type of areas would you like to see me drive to? This is absolutely stunning. Does remind me a lot of Kirkenes in Norway. Is it in Finland or is it in Norway? I believe Kirkenes is in Finland. But just off the Russian border, you'd actually go into Russia to... Do you hear that popping noise? What is that? It's crazy. You actually go into Russia to pick up the job as you do the mountains of Kirkenes. I would like to do that again as a challenge, I think.
Exit now.
Okay, we're coming towards Clef Zavik. I butchered that. I wonder how long it actually takes to get to the Faroe Islands from Scotland. Is there a ferry port? It looks a bit far, but there might be. Is there a flight? I'd imagine that wouldn't be too long. I know the shortest flight, I believe it's the Isle of Man to Belfast, which is ridiculously short. I think you spend like 20 minutes in the air. It's incredible. How are we doing for charge? Oh, we're in trouble. 19%. Hope we're able to finish this journey, but we may not be able to. I hope this tow truck works if it's required. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that, but look how beautiful it is around here. Lovely church at the top. Looks like we're going down a little...
Finding new route.
Finding new route? What the hell, man? I just took a left as you told me to. Wow, that'll be some journey to travel all the way up to here. But we need to get out of this. And I was talking about professional driving, but we're going to have to reverse. Yeah, we are going to have to reverse after this. Oh no, oh no. This is bad. There's me going, oh, we'll just make a quick video. Yeah, that ain't happening. Let me just show you the mountains. It might be interesting to see what's down here. You may want to take on a job in the Faroe Islands, and fair play if you'd like to take this journey. I'm just very worried about my power at the moment. It's just dropped to 17%. Yeah, make a U-turn when possible. I will try my best, mate. But yeah, I'm not going to be able to reverse back onto the main road. We could do with a tow truck.
Never mind. I'll find a new route. Make a U-turn.
I can't make a U-turn, my friend. I have to go all the way to the top, and this looks like a one-way kind of street. I'm not going to make a U-turn and start driving head-on towards the cars behind me. Oh, shit.
When possible, make a U-turn.
Battery is low, yeah, there we go.
Recomputing.
So I think we're in trouble.
Make a U-turn.
Make a U-turn. He's going on at me to make a U-turn, but this is beautiful. Low battery. Yeah,
Okay,
we're not going to make it, but oh my god, look at that. Okay, maybe this was worth it.
Make a U-turn when finding new route.
Maybe this was worth it. I think what we're going to do, we're going to get down to this town here, and then we're going to get a tow truck
Recomputing.
and see if we can charge up this truck. If not, I don't think I'm going to be able to deliver this today.
Impossible. Make a U-turn.
There's me thinking, you know, it'd be a nice chilled out video.
Route.
I mean, the navigating audio is going crazy right now. It's just going, make a U-turn, make a U-turn. It's like, I cannot make a U-turn, my friend. Rerouting, make a U-turn. Let's turn him
Let's
off.
find a new
He's
route.
very annoying right now. Audio, reach navigation. We'll just put him down, turn him off. Don't want to listen to it. Doug. 13% battery. Yeah, we're gonna have to get a tow truck. Look at these roads. I've never experienced this before. So I never went this far into the Faroe Islands, and to be honest, I'm quite glad I showed you what it can be like. 12%. Let's see if we can get into this little port town over here. This would be incredible. I'm going to speed things up a little bit. Take a few risks. Wow. This is incredible. What's happened there, guys? Oh, he's filming for television. Sorry, bro. Hopefully my Renault didn't get in the way. 50 mile an hour. Oh, I love roads like this. So Euro Truck is at its best when you get challenging little windy roads. And this is Euro Truck Simulator at its best. I can see why you're taking a photo, mate, and I'm going to do the same thing. Let's get a lovely photo in the Faroe Islands. Absolutely stunning. What a place, mate. I highly recommend you check this out and drive it for yourself, honestly. Euro Truck Simulator has no end game. This is just such a relaxing game. But yeah, here we are. Polar fish. Wasn't meant to be here, but just take that in. Has he got a selfie stick? I think he's got a selfie stick. And to be honest, I'd really like another photo. This is absolutely beautiful. Incredible. Let's get a tow to service. 3% damage from all the crashing I've done at Tórshavn. So we're going to go back to Tórshavn. Okay. Now, can we get a charge? I don't believe we can. That is devastating. Euro Truck, please add emergency recharge. So that's what we need, but we need to run out of charge. Okay, that makes sense. Let's continue the journey. The show goes on. This is Euro Truck Simulator at its peak. Okay, that's weird. It's saying 3 hours. Oh, we might actually be able to do the delivery. That's incredible. Because we've still got a thing on, a navigation on for Klaksvik. So we're just in Tórshavn now, so how's the traffic? Whoa! Okay. You just do that, mate. Maybe I was at fault there for pulling out. Tórshavn's amazing, but it will test your computer, trust me. Is it in here? On the right? Yeah. That's the one. How much charge have we got? Oh my god, 9%. Wow. I love how smooth the wheel is with the Xbox controller. I was really surprised by that. Now, how many times do you see this generic guy just washing the windows as your delivery location? I think it's become too cliche. What do you think? Oh, just skinned the sides of the wall there. See if we can get that in there. Pretty straightforward trailer drop off. Nothing too challenging. Perfect. What did we end up on? 9%. Hazards off. Engine off. And we are going to decouple. Okay, that was incredible. I'd love to do more videos like this. If you made it to the end, thank you so much. And hope you have a great night or a great day wherever you are. And until next time.